All right, we should be back. 406-270-7384. Had to reset it. The Wi-Fi here in the gym disconnected, so I had to go to our jetpack. Jensen shoots it, blocked, partly brought up by Duchesne for Florence. So, if you can hear me out there. Knocked away by Johnson. Hinsdale. Duchesne, guarded by Johnson. Jensen up, off the glass, go to the free throw line and shoot two. And Jensen at the line. This is the first free throw. He'll get another. So 406-270-7384. We should be back online. It says we're live. Jensen at the line. Second one off the glass. No good. Rebounded there by Alexander off of Epperly. And Alexander quickly up to Abbott. Shot on the way for two by Florence. Makes it. Trying to reset everything. Should be back online now, folks. Jensen knocked away by Duchesne. Duchesne quickly out. Abbott on the drive. And nice job there by Landon Byerman. Picks up the charging or player control foul. Padilla going to come back for Florence. And that is the fourth personal on number 5, Tyler Abbott. And Byerman in the ballgame will inbound to Jensen. Yeah, Epperly, Walker, and Johnson in as well for Bigfork. Quickly into Walker. Walker off the glass too hard. No good. Slam down. Wyatt Johnson tips it. Padilla grabs it for Florence. Stolen away by Nick Walker. Walker up underneath. And we're back in action. So player control foul on Nick Walker. And that's his second. Third team foul on Bigfork. Stoneway Byerman up. Cole Kanopik picks it up, grabs it, throws it off the backboard for two. 42-24 on your Gilligan Painting scoreboard. And the Vikings lead the Falcons with 3:22 to go in the first half. Fouls on 14, Landon Byerman. Padilla gets it underneath. Blocked Byerman, but no, he's going to get called for the foul as Bridger Alexander goes up. That's his third on Byerman. 15 foul on Bigfork. And we should be back in action here. Sorry about the thing. The guest for Wi-Fi for here for Florence all of a sudden stopped. Alexander makes the first one. Epperly across the timeline. 42-25. Epperly looking to drive. Got Padilla, kicks it out. Kanopik looking up, lays it up too hard. Kanopik gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. Nice job by Cole Kanopik. Through the lane. 44-25, 2:47 to go here in the third. Get your painting scoreboard. Vikings lead. Gets Alexander. Johnson get called for the personal. Patrick Duchesne back in the lineup for Florence. Padilla to inbound for Bigfork. That's the first personal on Johnson and 16 foul on Bigfork. Padilla tipped away. Duchesne comes up with it. Looking back to Duchesne Duchesne puts it up again. Landon Byerman. Up quickly to Cole Konopik off the glass for two by Cole Konopik. And Brossman gets over Padilla. Inside to Duchesne. And Byerman tries to take the charging call. He'll get called for the block. That's, I believe, his fourth and 17th foul. Duchesne at the line to shoot two for Florence. Shot up, rolls rim off the glass and back in. Number 30, Dylan Pravecchio will check in the ball game for the Vikes with 2:15 to go here in the third. 46-26, Vikes up by 20 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. So Padilla will come out of the ball game. And 24, Bridger Alexander. In for Florence. Epperly, Gilliard, Pravecchio, Konopik, and Johnson in. Duchesne. Gilliard on the drive. Konopik thought about the three. And the drive, kick it out to Epperly. Epperly top of the key. Looking, floats it in. And a nice floater down the lane by Isaac Epperly for two. Abbott. Knocked out of bounds by Cole Konopik. And number 11 for Bigfork, Quinn Herring in the ballgame replacing Gilliard. With 1:46 to go here. Quickly up. Brossman will give it up to Abbott. Abbott looking, dribble. Looking to kick it out. Got Hinsdale. Hinsdale, long three on the way. In and out, no good. And Duchesne gets the rebound, puts it back up. He'll go to the free throw line. Fouls number 30, Dylan Pravecchio. That's his first 18th foul on the Vikings. And 1:33 to go. Duchesne at the line for the Falcons. 1-1. Makes the first, he'll get one more. So he gets the bonus here. Ethan Alexander back in the lineup. He'll replace Bridger Alexander, his younger brother. Second shot on the way, in and out. Epperly grabs the rebound off the miss by Duchesne. 1:29 to go here in the third. 48-27. The Vikings up by 21. Okay. Pass goes out of bounds by Epperly, intended for Johnson. It'll be a turnover to Florence. Yeah, Abbott over to Brossman, back to Abbott. Abbott top of the key, hounded by Konopik. He'll give it over to Hinsdale. Hinsdale right side, back to Abbott. Abbott underneath Duchesne, looking to drive, gives it on the corner. Brossman, check that. Brossman tries to shoot it. Duchesne steals it. Nearly gets away with a carry. Hinsdale looking, throws it in the corner. Shot away by Brossman, three-pointer, no good. Alexander tries to save it, out of bounds off him. It'll be Bigfork basketball. with 38.4 to go here in the third quarter. So hopefully, Vanjie, you can hear out there. It's all going. Wyatt Johnson will give out to Epperly. About 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock here in the third. Epperly looking, 17 seconds to go. Epperly looking, gives it up to Quinn. Out of bounds off Florence. It'll be Bigfork basketball. 10 seconds to go. Jack Jensen will come in for Herring. 24, Bridger Alexander will come in for Florence. Here in the last 13.4 to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock, so a 3.4 second difference. And Epperly to inbound for the Vikings. Gets it in to Johnson. Johnson right side, 8 seconds. Epperly looking. Gonna pull up for long. Just inside the 3-point line. Off the glass, no good. And a couple players hit the floor. Alexander and Porvecchio. Fouls on number 30. Dylan Porvecchio. And the shot clock is out here on the far end. A 1-and-1 for Ethan Alexander. 1.5 to go here. First half misses it. Epperly throws it long, no good. That's the end of the third quarter. All right, shot clock's out of here on the Bigfork end. 48-27, 21-point lead by the Vikings here after 3 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. I'll be back with a fourth quarter and conclusion of this ball game from Florence, Montana. All right, we're back here in Florence. Epperly brings it up, Bigfork basketball. Epperly on the drive, off the glass, misses it. Alexander comes up with the rebound. Abbott cut off by Konopik. Abbott nowhere to go. Wyatt Johnson helping him there. Out of bounds. Konopik with a steal. Going to go up, gives it up to Jensen. Jensen, Konopik tries to throw it up high. Quickly, Alexander coast to coast. No call as Wyatt Johnson goes down. Konopik off the glass, scores 2 in back and forth action here. So the shot clock off the rest of the ball game. I think the kids need to run up and down the court and get it up quickly. Hinsdale will get it in to Alexander. Alexander going to take it away. Held ball. Konopik reaches in and grabs it. If arrow points towards Florence. And Padilla will come back in the ball game as the Vikings lead 50-27 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Abbott into Brossman. Brossman over the right side, back to Abbott. On the left side, back to Brossman. 2-3 zone by Bigfork. Brossman looking to drive in. Nick Walker right there. I think he's going to get whistled. 2 shots as the foul's called. Number 33, Nick Walker, that's his third. 10th team foul on Bigfork, so 2 shots for Brossman. Makes the first. And Gilliard will come in for Cole Kanopic. 50-28, 7:18 to go here in the ball game. On your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard, the Vikings lead. And Brossman will get one more for the Falcons. Second shot up and good. Into Johnson. Back to Epperly. 7:14 to go. Tries to get it to Jensen. He's going to be fouled by Brossman. And that'll only be the 6th team foul on Florence. And the first personal on Brossman. Into Wyatt Johnson. Johnson, top of the key. Over to Jensen. Jensen, right side. Gets into Nick Walker. Nick Walker over to Isaac Epperly. Epperly. Jensen. Jensen thought about the 3. Who gives it over to Johnson. Johnson looking underneath. Finds Nick Walker. Nick Walker, top of the key. Gilliard. Gilliard, spin move. Left-handed. Up, no good. Alexander brings down the rebound. Up to Padilla. Padilla up the left side. Looking to drive in. And Johnson will pick up the player control foul on Padilla. That is Padilla's 5th. So he'll be out of the ball game. And number 4, Brody Hinsdale, back in the lineup for Florence with 6:37 to go. 50-29 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Epperly in the front court. Over to Johnson, left side. Gets it out. Gilliard, top of the key. Try to get it under Walker off his hands. Coming up with it is Abbott. Abbott picks it up, top of the key. 2-3 zone by Bigfork. Hinsdale. Brossman. Abbott to Brossman. Back to Abbott. Brossman, 3-point shot from the left side. Front of the rim, no good. Nick Walker tips it down right to Alexander for Florence. He puts it up and in. Wyatt Johnson. Wyatt Johnson, with the basketball. Across the timeline, looking to drive. Kicks it out, Epperly. Epperly driving against Abbott. Corner, Jensen. Jensen drives in. Epperly. Epperly over to Jensen. Jensen driving. Left-handed gets Nick Walker underneath. A nice feed by Jack Jensen, and Walker puts it in the bucket for 2 off the backboard. 5:34 to go, 52-31 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Vikings lead. Shot on the way. Off the glass, no good. Gilliard with the rebound on the miss by Abbott. Epperly across the timeline looking. Pulls up. Nick Walker going to take it up on the glass. Block. Walker. And foul is going to be called against 24. Bridger Alexander. Nick Walker at the line for a 1-on-1. Landon Byerman will come in for Jack Jensen. And 55, Jonathan Lohman will come in for Florence. Nick Walker to the line for the Vikes to shoot 1-on-1. First shot up is good by Nick Walker. And he'll get the bonus one more here with 5:13 to go in the ballgame. 53-31 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard from Florence, Montana. Second shot up, off the rim, no good. And rebounded by Alexander. And on the rebound, Brody Hinsdale goes down. Looks like he got whacked in the nose. And number 2, Quentin Monaco will come in for Hinsdale, who took a shot on the nose. They didn't stop the clock. They got to put some time back on. I know it was about 5:18, 5:15. Is roughly about 30 seconds right off. So we're going to put some time back on the clock. Back to 5 minutes. Roughly right. So inbound. Abbott will get it from Brossman. Abbott over to Monaco. Monaco back to Abbott. Under Lohman. Lumen blocked by Nick Walker. Walker back to Lumen. Lumen trying to get underneath, and he travels. The 6'4 senior for Florence gets called for the traveling violation. 4:44 to go here. Johnson inbound to Epperly. Knopick will go to the scorer's table to check in. Epperly quickly up, kicks it out. Gilliard, three-point shot from the right side. Gilliard, no good. Nick Walker comes down with the rebound. Off the glass, no good. And Nick's going to get called for the over the back. 2 shots for Lumen. And that's the 4th on Nick Walker. And 2 shots, double bonus here from number 55, Jonathan Lumen for Florence. With 4:29 to go here in the ball game. The Vikes up by 22 now, 53-31 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Shot up, first one is good by Lumen. He'll get one more. Konopkic will come back in the ball game. He'll replace Epperly, and Brody Hinsdale, who went out, is going to replace number 5, Tyler Abbott. For the Falcons. Second shot by Lumen is up and good. So he makes both his free throws. 53-33, 20-point lead for Bigfork. Konopkic looking, Gilliard up, under. Landon Byerman, 3-point shot, no good. Right there, Konopkic battling. It goes off 24. Bridger Alexander. It'll be Bigfork basketball here with 4:19 to go in the ball game. Konopkic gets it to Walker. Gilliard looking back door. Landon Byerman back out to Gilliard. Gilliard on the drive. Corner. Johnson spin move. Off the glass with the right hand by Wyatt Johnson with a spin move for 2. Quickly up, Brossman. He'll get it out to Monaco underneath. Stolen away by Nick Walker. Nick Walker to Johnson. Tipped away. And Monaco comes up with it. Gives it up to Hinsdale. Hinsdale quickly across. Brossman. 3-point shot on the way. No good. And foul's going to be on Florence. 55. Jonathan Lumen. That's his second 19 foul. At the line for a 1-and-1, it's going to be Landon Byerman for the Vikings. First shot up and good. So Byerman will get one more with 3:44 to go here in the ballgame. Second shot up and good by Byerman. Quickly up, Hinsdale, Monaco, Alexander, underneath, Lumen. He'll get called for the traveling violation. Jack Jensen returning to the lineup for Bigfork. Replaces Nick Walker, and Walker with a nice ball game for the Vikings. With 3:33 to go, 57-33, the Vikings up by 24. On your Gilliard Painting scoreboard, Konopkic, top of the key, 2-3 zone by Florence. Kicked it out, Jack Jensen, left side 3 on the way. Tickling the twides, good for Jack Jensen. Monaco gives it up, Hinsdale underneath, knocked away. Alexander comes up with it, dribbles in, over Gilliard. Misses it. Byerman with the basket. Ball gives it up to Konopkic. Konopkic going to bring it out front and set it up for the Vikings. Konopkic over to Byerman. Back out to Konopkic. Over to Gilliard. Konopkic, top of the key. Looking to drive. On the drive. Off the glass. Scores it. Cole Konopkic for 2 for the Vikes. 2:42 to go here. Brossman out to Monaco. To Alexander, back to Brossman. Brossman for the right side, 3-pointer, no good. Tipped away. Konopkic comes up with it. The tip. Byerman quickly up, off the left hand, no good. Misses it. Jensen battling there with Monaco. Gives it up to Brossman. Brossman with the basketball for Florence. Looking, gives it over to Monaco. Monaco looking to drive. In the right corner, guarded by Byerman. Knocked away, stolen by Bigfork. Byerman comes up with it. Him and Gilliard. Battling for it. Gets across to Jensen. Jensen about half court. Setting things up for Bigfork. Gilliard looking to drive. Kicks it out. Johnson on the drive. Up, under, off the glass for two. Wyatt Johnson with a bucket. 1:50 to go here. 64-33. And on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Alexander kicking it out. He'll shoot some free throws. 23, Cole Konopik calling for the personal. That's his first 10th team foul, so double bonus. 2 shots there for 24. Bridger Alexander for the Falcons. Epperly getting ready to check back in along with Tristan Hurd for the first time for Bigfork. First shot off the glass is good. Epperly will come in for Konopik. And checking in, Tristan Hurd. Checking in for Jack Jensen. A nice job by Jack Jensen. At the line, Bridger Alexander will get one more as he made the first. Second shot on the way, rolls around and drops. Johnson into Epperly. Slowly walk it up the court. Gilliard, right side. Out to Epperly. 3-point shot by Epperly. No good. Landon Byerman battling. Flips it off the glass with his right hand for 2 as he grabs the rebound and puts it back in. Monaco. Brossman. Back to Monaco. Back to Hinsdale. Right side. Back to Monaco. Hinsdale. 3-point shot on the way. And a foul on 55. Bridger, or Jonathan Lumen, that's his third. 10th team foul. So Byerman at the line, double bonus, 2 shots. And Jensen will check back in. Going to take out Gilliard to Epperly, I suspect. Byerman's free throw misses, and Jensen's to check in for Byerman if he makes this one. With 1:10 to go. Byerman misses it. Epperly gets the rebound. Up, under. Nice move by Epperly. Gets the rebound again. Fighting for it on the ground. Epperly tying it up. It'll be Bigfork basketball. 1:03 to go here in the ball game. Jack Jensen coming in for Landon Byerman. Byerman hustling and had a good game today. So Epperly will inbound. Gets it to Gilliard. Back out underneath. Wide open. Wyatt Johnson. Nice inbound play as nobody picked up Johnson on the back cut. Quickly up Hinsdale. 52 seconds to go. Monaco. Brossman. Back to Monaco. Over to Brossman. Brossman looking. Underneath. Gives it to Alexander. Kicked by Bryce Gilliard. It'll remain Florence basketball. 40.8 to go here. 68-35. They're up by 33 now. Are the Vikings on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Inbound. Florence gets it to Brossman on the left side. Looking to get it out. Finds Monaco. Monaco back to Brossman. 2-3 defense. Monaco long 3 on the way. In and out. Epperly. And Monaco just rims it out from long range, and Epperly got the rebound. Under 15 seconds, they won't even shoot. They'll run the clock out here as the Vikings win by 33, 68-35 over the Florence Falcons. I'll be back with your post game from here as the Vikings win this in 68-35 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Let me get your full game stats. I'll be back here from Florence, Montana to wrap things up. Vikings moved to 7-2 on the season. They'll be at Eureka next Tuesday, then at Mission on Saturday. I'll be back with you momentarily from Florence, Montana. All right, welcome back to Florence, Montana. Final 68-35. The Vikings beat the Florence Falcons here. Post game brought to you by Hanson Excavating, Demolition Site Prep Person, Excavating, Grading. In business for 30 years, Fred Hanson, 837-1051 or HansonExcavating.com. I'll give you your stats. I'm trying to get the coach and player over here. Duchesne with 8. This is for Florence. Brossman with only 2. 3 for Brody Hinsdale. Tyler Abbott with 10. 3 for Jesse Padilla. 4 for Ethan Alexander. 2 for Bridger Alexander. And 2 for Jonathan Lohman. Overall, 35 for them. And taking a look at the Vikings overall. Give you your scores here momentarily. Wyatt Johnson had 8 tonight, 17 leading the way, I believe. Isaac Epperly, 5 for Thornus. Jensen with 3. Thornus got injured and was out, so a little sore, so he didn't play much at all of the second half. Landon Byerman did a nice job, 7. 2 for Bryce Gilliard. 14 for Cole Knopick, and 12 for Nick Walker. So 3 players in double figures, and then right behind 8 and 7 for a couple of players for Bigfork, and 68 overall. So a win, 68-35 over Florence. Here from Florence, Montana, James LaFontaine. Sorry about the interruption. I didn't realize their Wi-Fi was going to turn. I mean, it's like disappeared that I was connected to, and then luckily I had the jetpack and reset. So I appreciate your patience out there. While we were able to get the ball game here in and reset it for you. So thanks for staying with me and tuning back in. I'm going to stick around right here, see if a coach comes out and a player that I can interview on the post game here from Florence, Montana. Valkyries. So the Bigfork Vikings and Valkyries sweep today, all 5 games. So on the Vikings side, C squad 52-28 over Florence. JV side 52-49. That's a heck of a ball game. 68-35 in varsity. Then on the Valkyries side, it was just JV and varsity. 50-17 in JV and 69-31 in varsity action for the Valkyries. So great ball game tonight. Started a little slow, but then Bigfork really picked it up again, with their pressure defense, that 1-3-1 trap for the Vikings really gave fits, if you will, to the Falcons today. So nice job by Bigfork, as always. We'll be at home, or Vikings will be on the road again as they take on Eureka. The Valkyries will be at home, and then we'll be on the road broadcasting from Mission or St. Ignatius next Saturday. We'll have those games on as well. And I know I have to use Wi-Fi down there because the jetpack doesn't work in their gym. So I'll have everything hooked up and going next Saturday from Florence. I'll see if somebody comes out here. I'll wait patiently to be able to interview somebody here on the post-game show, if they make it here from Florence. Once again, Vikings now moved 7-2 on the season. And again, get back into conference play. So undefeated. Districts will come up, and they'll be in Eureka in February. Divisionals will be at Anaconda, and state will be at Great Falls if they're able to get back to there. So a good showing tonight. Some good ball games coming up for the Vikings as well. I see 3 games at home. You want to check that out when they take on Sioux Falls, Loyola, and Polson. Of course, the Valkyries will be home for Loyola, but we'll be on the road for Sioux Falls and as well as Polson. So it'll be good to have the Valkyries at home on Tuesday. Come out and support them. As always, we'll broadcast next Saturday from Mission, St. Ignatius, as the Valkyries and Vikings. In that, the Vikings game will be first before the Valkyries. Valkyries plays last. So it's Bigfork JV, followed by boys JV, followed by girls JV, followed by boys varsity, then girls varsity when we take on Mission. Well, I don't know that I'm going to get anybody, so I could just wrap things up so we can get on the road and get home. It is I got Jack Jensen coming to talk to me here on the post game. So hopefully Grandma's listening up here. Put this on his headset. So, well, joining me on the post game, Jack Jensen, a big win here on the road in Western B as you win this one, 68-35, and the Vikings and Valkyries sweep today's ball games, all 5. You didn't start today, Cole. Got the start after a big game last week, 27. But it did come in and give a lot of effort there. Let's talk about your team and what they had to do today. I think that pressure trap defense is really affecting the other teams. I saw you did a great job the other day against Thompson Falls, and the same thing tonight against the Florence Falcons.
Yeah, we like to really speed them up with it is the main goal with it. But some of these teams we can get a lot of steals out of it. And so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I can't remember what you had, Jack, on the night. Here, let me check what you had. I had the scores of everybody. Pretty balanced summary. Yeah, a couple guys leading the way. Epperly had 17, 14 for Cole Kanopik, 12 for Nick Walker, and Jensen. 3, didn't you hit? You hit a big 3 there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How does that feel?
It felt pretty good. I didn't really score a whole lot all night, but it's all right.
Well, but your idea, when you come off the bench, you're usually going to run the point, aren't you?
Yeah. And
a point guard has got to be someone that's able to facilitate and move the basketball around and get you guys going. But I thought you played really good defense and really facilitated the basketball, made some nice passes there. There were some really beautiful passes. I like the one where someone fed down to here and Cole goes on the left side, goes up on the right side, gets fouled, and makes that bucket. So.
Yeah, we like to push the ball a lot and just kind of keep it fast paced so that teams that don't have as much depth as that we do get a little tired out, and we can really pushed the pace on them.
So you had fun out there?
Yeah, it was a fun night.
Yeah, I think your dad sent a picture to Grandma, says we don't have him trapped in, but he can get out tonight. They're trying to trap me in Deer Lodge. They're going to lock me in if I didn't do good. So yeah. I think I did okay tonight, but that's because of you guys. You guys' ways to play, it makes it easy. We had a little technical difficulty, but with the Wi-Fi going down, but able to reset and get this. So it was nice. I had Colin Wade on the pregame show over here, so he got a little time action. So talk about your team chemistry. Are you guys, how you guys feel about that? Are you guys playing well? Yeah,
we are. We're really starting to get gel together really nicely, and so that's kind of, you see that with 3 guys in double-digit points, and we want to get the other guy a good bucket, and so we don't really care who's scoring the points.
I think the fact that you guys are so, as a team, and that's what I was saying, it's a team just like the Valkyries. You guys are so unselfish, feeding the guy that is open, to score the bucket. So that's what I really like about your team. And you're right. I mean, hard start to the beginning of the season because, you lost your point guard, Colin Wade, right? But you guys were able to step up, and you're going to have to do that the rest of the way. And I think you guys have really taken to heart that. And I think it starts with your defense, first of all, and that pressure defense, and then really sharing the basketball.
Yep, we set a goal before the game to hold them defensively points. We don't really care how much we score as long as we win the game,
And you guys did really well. You held them to 35. So I'll let you go. Thanks for joining me on the post game. I know your grandma and grandpa are going to be happy out there, and your mom and dad. So nice to talk to you, Jack. And good job today. Good win for you guys. And you head to Eureka on Tuesday. Girls are at home, and then we'll go to Mission next Saturday as you take on the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs. Get back into conference action in the second half. So, All right, Jack Jensen, thanks for joining me on the post game. I appreciate that as always. So, all right, Jack Jensen coming off the bench, point guard for the Bigfork Vikings. And nice job today, 68-35 in a win there for Bigfork, and a nice job there by the Vikings and all the players today. So 3 guys with double-digit points, so a nice job. I'll wrap things up here. Final, it's 68-35. The Vikings beat the Falcons. We'll see you at home on Tuesday. Then I'll be on the radio next Saturday. We'll be in Mission taking on the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs from St. Ignatius. Thank you, and good night wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your patience on a little mix-up with the Wi-Fi and stuff. I appreciate that as always. Thank you, and good night from Florence, Montana.